Did you know that the average person wastes over $1,500 a year on impulse purchases? Not because they're irresponsible, but because social media makes everything feel like a need, that we need it. And that number is probably even higher than this. So let me ask you this. How many things have you bought in the last year that didn't actually improve your life at all? Or you bought it because it was trending and now it's just sitting in your closet. Can you imagine how much money have you actually wasted? Because I'm begging you, stop wasting your hard-earned money on trendy stuff you won't be using anyway, or that you actually don't really need. So if you want to save money this year, maybe start with these things. Random shoes. It's time to stop buying random shoes just because they look cool or just because they're cheaper version of a trendy shoe. Just because they look cool doesn't mean that they're also actually comfortable. And if it's too cool, they might be cool for only one season. Because uncomfortable shoe doesn't just waste your money, it can actually mess up your feet. So before you buy a new pair, ask yourself, can you actually walk like 10,000 steps in them? Or will you just put them on for trend or fashion or just to look nice? If the answer is you need them and you actually can walk them, then buy them. If they will just be on for 1 second and just to look nice for a photo or something, don't buy them because they will be sitting in the closet. So there'll be money sitting in a closet. The most important thing, at least for me, lately, especially if I get older, is comfort and the support. And there are so many good shoes that are trendy, look nice, and they're also comfortable. So remember that a cute or trendy shoe that you will never wear is the most expensive shoe that you can buy. New books that you don't have the time to read. Stop buying new books just because they look inspiring on you on the shelf. Because let's be honest, most of us already have 1, 2, 3 books waiting to be read, but they still are sitting there being unread. And the problem isn't that reading is bad. Reading is amazing, but most of us, we just don't have the time for it. And the problem is that buying books can easily turn into this fantasy self-improvement, that if we don't read the books, we're not improving. Like you buy it thinking, this is the month that I become a new person and I need that book for that. And then life happens and then the book just sits there. So before you buy a book, ask yourself, am I actually going to read it in the next 30 days or not? Do I actually need it in the hardcover, or maybe I can read it an ebook, which is also cheaper. It's not such a waste of money. So if the answer is no, don't buy the book. Instead, maybe borrow it, go to a library, buy it secondhand, or just read what you already have. Because buying 10 books and reading none of them is not productivity. It's just expensive decoration. Buying things at full price. Stop buying things full price just because you want them today. Because if it's not urgent, chances are you're going to see it on sale soon anyway. Especially with tech, shoes, clothes, bags, literally everything and anything. There are sales all year round, like seasonal sales, random discounts, Black Friday, Mother's Day, end of season clear outs. There are so many sales throughout the year that we don't need to buy stuff full price. So before you buy something expensive, ask yourself, do I really need it right now? Or do I just want the dopamine hit of buying it? So if you don't need it urgently, just wait. Like sometimes the sale is just a week away. Sometimes it's a few months away, but the time goes by so fast anyway. But you might end up saving like a couple of $100s. And even saving $20 to $30 per purchase adds up fast over a year. Can you imagine what you can actually buy with that money that you actually saved? And if you know it's something you'll repurchase anyway, like skincare or some basics, buying it on sale is the smartest thing you can do. I usually also buy 2 of the things that I know that throughout the years, that product will stay the same. But yeah, I never buy stuff on full price if I don't need it. That is just wasting your hard-earned money. Random things just because they're on sale. This one is dangerous. Sale time is also the biggest trap because sales make people feel like they're saving money, when in reality, they're just spending money on the things they really don't need or didn't even think about buying before the sale started. So just because something is 30, 40, 50% off doesn't really mean you need it. If you weren't thinking about it before the sale started, you probably don't actually want it. I am definitely guilty of it, but I also have found some of my favorite items during sale times, and they're still my favorites years after. And that's the thing with the sale time. You can find such good things, but you need to be careful not to go overboard with it, not to buy 10 random items just because they are on sale. Because the money you saved doesn't matter if the item ends up just sitting in the closet for the next 3 years and then you just give it away for free or you need to sell it. Rather pay more for one quality item that fits your life and you than 10 random things that were such a steal. Big patterns and trendy clothes. Stop buying clothes just because the pattern is cute or the color looks fun in the shop. Because what happens is that you wear it a few times and then suddenly it feels like it's out of style, like you've worn it enough, or hard to match with anything else you have in the closet. And that's how people end up with a closet full of clothes and still nothing to wear. Instead, start building a simple capsule wardrobe. Clothes you can actually mix and match easily, that you don't have to waste hours just to find something to wear that you could match with everything. Think neutral colors, good quality basics, pieces that actually fit you well and colors that fit you well. And then if you want, add a few fun items as well, but only the ones you know you'll still like next year or that actually match with the other things you already have. Because trends are fun, but timeless pieces save you money. And with all the money you've saved just because you're doing smarter choices and not buying some random things, you can invest and actually hire a personal stylist or personal shopper who helps you understand what colors work for you, how to style clothes, and go through the closet with you. Now, that's a good investment. Buying a new version of something you already own. I think we're all guilty of this one, but we should stop buying upgrades when the thing you already own is still fine. A new water bottle, a new planner, a new skincare tool. We don't need 3 of the one thing. Because companies don't make money from what you need. They make money from convincing you that what you already have isn't good enough, that you constantly need to refresh it or change it. So before you buy the new version, ask yourself, is it replacing something that's broken, or are you just bored? Or do you actually need it because it's a brand that you really truly love and something you really do use all the time? Because boredom shopping is one of the biggest reasons we like to waste our money, and it can add up quite fast. Cheap versions of the things you use every day. Stop buying the cheapest version of things you use daily, like shoes, jackets, bags, headphones, because cheap items can sometimes break so quickly that then you buy them again and again and again. And suddenly you've spent probably more money than if you would have just bought the one good one. So think of it like this. If you use it every day, buy quality. If you use it less, once a month, once every few weeks, buy a cheaper version. And look, I'm not saying you can never buy anything fun, cheap, or trendy. That's not the point. The point is just being a little more intentional with our money. Because most of the things we regret buying aren't bad products. They're just the things we didn't really need in the first place, probably. So maybe this year it's not about buying more or buying less. It's just about buying smarter, doing more research, like skincare, for example. Not buying out of emotion or boredom, but so that it actually makes our life better. Things that we actually truly need and are good for you. I would love to hear what's one thing you've stopped buying this year, or you wish you never bought in the first place. Let me know in the comments. I would love to read them. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!